What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Things and Whatnot. So today I think I'm going to do a quick video of a topic that comes up quite a bit with friends, coworkers, family, people that just ask me about my job in general and what I do off duty when I'm not working, specifically for my everyday carry off duty. So I'm just going to basically do a pocket dump for a video and kind of show you guys everything that I carry with me on a daily basis when I'm not working or when I'm off duty. It's going to be a realistic video. This isn't going to be a video where I show you 40 items that I claim to carry every single day on me all the time. I'm not going to show you 2 guns and 6 extra mags and a tourniquet and a medical pouch and tell you that I carry those in all of my pockets. 95% of the time when I'm off duty, I'm wearing a t-shirt and jeans. If it's winter, I'm wearing a jacket. And I'm not a huge guy. I don't have a lot of room to hide stuff. I don't carry things on my ankles. I don't carry things on my calves. I don't wear big boots every day where I can hide a gun in a boot. This is going to be a realistic, everyday, out and about, off duty, everyday carry breakdown. Alright guys, that all being said, let's get out of the truck and get inside. Let's just jump into it. We'll work left to right and see what we have. So first up, nothing fancy or surprising here. An Apple iPhone. Everyone has a cell phone these days. This is the iPhone XS. I have it in an OtterBox Defender, I think, case. It's basically a 3-piece case. It's 2 hard pieces of plastic that go together and then are surrounded by a rubber case. I also have some Scotchy magnets that I use in the truck so I can just mount this up where I can see it by one of the vents or on the dash, but not in my way. Next we've got the truck keys. I like to carry my keys on a carabiner and just tuck the keys in my back left pocket. I also like my keys to be as minimal as possible. Got the truck key. Nothing fancy, no push to start. House key, safe key, and just a real basic, I don't know, $2 carabiner. Nothing fancy here. This is my favorite piece of my everyday carry. It's my Travax Element minimalist type wallet. It's a card carrier and money clip made out of some nice metal and leather here. And I did a previous review, an in-depth review of this wallet. I'll link the video below in the description if you want to check that out. But I would highly recommend not only this Travax Element wallet, but really anything from Travax. The quality has been very impressive, and the look, the feel of it, and the ability to minimize what I carry in a wallet every day has been really nice. When I did that Travax Element review, I also talked about carrying my badge and my ID off duty. So this is my credential holder. It's just my badge, my ID, and that's about it. I carry this most of the time. I don't always need this on me. But when I do, I carry this, just slip it in a back pocket or slip it in my jacket pocket. Chapstick. I think you're nuts if you don't carry chapstick. That's about all I'll say about that, but living in Wisconsin in the winter, it's very dry here. This is the Leatherman Skeletool I got it in, I guess, a little bit of a special edition with the black and silver versus being all silver. It's got a decent blade on it. It's fairly sharp. Nice point on the end. Got some serrations here for a little bit of cutting. And I mean, really no play. It's not flimsy at all. This is very well made. So it's got a knife, it's got a pliers, it's got a wire cutter. I think one of the coolest parts about this is that it's so light and minimal, yet it has the ability to have 4 different screwdriver ends on it. So you can see a flathead here. Just release it, you can flip it over. Just smaller little flathead there. And tucked away inside of the other side is 2 Phillips heads. So you can just switch those out when you need. Oh, how could I forget the bottle opener? As I was saying, I find this to be incredibly handy. I use this almost every day, whether it's for opening up a box or just cutting a thread off of something, or actually using a knife, using the pliers, obviously using the bottle opener. A little pricey, but I think you get what you pay for when you have a nice slim Leatherman tool. Nice clip on it, keep it in your pants pocket. So this is my Glock 48. I used to carry a Glock 19 off duty every day, and then they released the Glock 48, and this pistol is incredible. It's probably one of the best shooting Glocks that I've ever shot, and I have shot tens of thousands of rounds through 5, 6, 7 different Glocks that I've owned. And this is easily one of my favorites. Very well balanced for carrying. It's very slim. You still have the ability to carry 10 plus 1. And for what you need realistically off duty and carrying a firearm, if you're in a situation where you need more than 10 or 20 rounds, it's probably something that you should be removing yourself from as opposed to putting yourself further into. This, or at least my philosophy and a lot of guys that I work with, the philosophy is you carry a firearm as a last ditch need, a last resort off duty where you need to create distance between you and a problem. Realistically, you have the tools that you have off duty and you don't have much else. You don't have a radio, you don't have backup, you don't have armor, you don't have all the tools, at least from my perspective and from law enforcement perspective, that you would have while working. So I carry a firearm to protect myself, my family, and to create distance from a situation that I might find myself in the middle of. As I mentioned, 20 rounds, 21 rounds should be more than enough for myself in a situation that I find myself. So I carry an extra mag, just throw it in a pocket, nothing fancy with that, no mag carriers on my belt while I'm off duty. Just throw it in a pocket. That's the nice part about the Glock 48 is just how small and how compact this is, yet being able to carry a decent amount of rounds. I get asked a lot about the holsters that I prefer. I am a Kydex fan. I'm not a leather fan. I don't find the Kydex to be uncomfortable like some people find. And this is from T-Rex Arms. I think Lucas and T-Rex Arms down in Tennessee make an incredible product. They have an incredible brand and an incredible mission and vision that they want for the firearms community. And they support law enforcement. So all of my holsters for off-duty carry for my 48, my 19s, my 17, they're all T-Rex Arms. I carry appendix, so it's got this little wing on it, so clip it into the front of you at the 2 o'clock This will push off your belt and help keep the butt of the gun from printing, which I find to be really helpful. Not everyone can carry appendix. It's not for everybody. It's something that you certainly need to train, but I find that to be the best for me. In my opinion, one of the most important, but one of the most overlooked elements of an everyday carry setup is the belt that you're going to carry everything, especially if you carry a gun. This belt here is from Blue Alpha Gear. It's made in the US. These guys are incredible as well. Their products are outstanding. I use one of their belts with the Molly webbing on it for my SWAT belt, and I use this belt, as you can see, for my everyday carry because of how sturdy it is. It's got a nice Cobra buckle on it. Very reasonably priced, and if you ever need to upsize or downsize, you send the belt in and 20 bucks and they'll do that for you without any hassle. You can see how rigid this belt is. That's probably the most important factor in a belt, along with the quality of the belt itself when it comes to an everyday carry setup in which you are going to carry a firearm, because you need to support the weight of the firearm that you are carrying to keep it in place. I can't speak highly enough of these guys with the quality of their products, and I continue to order belts and other items from them, and I'd recommend anybody do the same. So now I think the most controversial part of some of the everyday carry philosophies is carrying medical gear with you on a daily basis on your person. I completely agree that medical gear is useless when you need it if it's not on your person and you're away from wherever you store your medical gear. That being said, I don't find that carrying an entire medical pouch on my person is something that is necessary, or I guess necessarily feasible for me for what I do and how I view everyday carry. That being said, this is the Fieldcraft Survival Minimalist Survival Kit that I always have in my vehicle. It has tons of survival supplies, very well thought out. It has a tourniquet in it, some additional medical gear, and there's room to add whatever else you want. Hemostatic gauze. You could Velcro some kind of bandage. Also to the back here, as it's got Velcro webbing on the back. This sits in my center console of my truck. In the case of a crash or something, it's not all over the place. It should stay in that center console, and there's also an additional medical kit that I carry in my glove box. I intend to do an in-depth review of this survival kit since there are so many pieces that Mike Glover and the crew over at Fieldcraft Survival have included in this that it just wouldn't be feasible to do it in this video. That being said, I don't knock anybody that carries a medical pouch on them off duty or in an everyday carry type role. It's just not for me. I have this pouch within close proximity to me at all times. I just don't carry it on my person. Alright guys, so there you have it. This is my everyday carry 95% of the time. It's basic, it's what I need, and it should get me through just about any day or any situation that I might find myself in on a regular basis. There's always plenty of time if I'm going somewhere specific, if I'm doing something specific, I might change this up a little bit. If I'm wearing a heavy jacket, for example, the Glock 48 might get switched out for my Glock 19 or my Glock 17 in an outside the waistband type holster. If I'm going hiking or camping, I up my medical kit. I have a specific medical kit that I would carry in that kind of situation, either in a backpack or in my truck, depending on what we're doing. If we're hiking, that kind of thing, that will come with me in a backpack with hydration. I don't always carry the credential holder with my ID because I just don't need to. I always have my wallet, my phone, my keys, the Leatherman and the chapstick, and a firearm. If you guys have any questions, if you liked the video, if you didn't like the video, if you have any comments, throw them down below. Feel free to like the video, feel free to subscribe. There's plenty of more stuff like this that I want to do in videos. Specifically, that minimalist survival kit will get a breakdown and get its own video, similar to how the wallet did. And hey, if you guys want to see some more about the truck, I built out a 4Runner prior to trading it in for a Subaru. And the Subaru just wasn't for me. It was hyped up more than I think I looked into, and I just need a full-size truck, something that's 4x4 to get me out on my adventures, which videos to come on those. Might try to get out and do a little winter camping here in Wisconsin and bring it all together. See you guys next time.